Good morning, everybody. We're back down here at the shop today. Show you what we're going to be working on. I'm fooling with the 140. Yesterday's video, which is ply in the fields, I haven't uploaded it yet, but I'll try to get to it maybe before the day's over with. Last trade I done was when I bought that old Super A for parts. And this is some of the stuff I got with it. I got these scratchers right here, and this piece of a scratcher, and I'm gonna get them set up on this 140. Just get them mounted. And all my plowing yesterday, and I chopped some of that old corn up all right. Silver Queen just plowed into the soil pretty good. But the field corn, much heavier, thicker stalks, I didn't chop it up as well as I want to for a couple of reasons. One, I got my cedar assembly on it, you know, this part right here, around behind me. It's not leaving the soil quite like I want it. So I'm gonna take that off. I won't need it again till really it's time to fertilize anyway, so just a couple of bolts hold it on there. And but I started with these little deals right here, which I'm gonna try to get them mounted. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount them on this little bitty short 2-bar. Now I cut it off. It's been welded together right there. And I cut it off, which I try not to cut 2 bars off because eventually you're going to need them for something. But I'm going to actually make 2 of these. I've got a piece that bolts to it, which I think may fit a cub. I'm not sure. So I've been working on it. Yesterday got out there and I got to pump off the Super A and a couple of little old parts that I might need. One fella said he wants to buy the motor. I told him I'd just sell him everything that's left out there. We'll see if he ends up buying it. And I may talk him into shooting a video of his restoration. I'd kind of like to follow his as well. He lives down the road about 30 minutes from me, so it might be that I can. I took the 2 bars off this one and put the standard 2 bars like some of 140 over on it, so I can add another plow out here, and I just got it kind of set back up. I need to get these feet off individually and get them where they're adjustable. I tried to adjust on that one right there, just broke the head off the back of it. It felt like it was turning till it broke. That's live, fool. I'm really liking this little Super A. It's just a good running tractor. I don't know. I feel like it's a little harder to steer because of the smaller steering wheel, I guess. I did work on doing some alignment work on it yesterday, which I don't know really for the life of me why it's sitting there with 1.5 inch toe out, but I did get it back to where it's not that way anymore. Waiting on that gauge to get here. It must be coming from China because that's a month down the road for whatever reason. I don't know. It said it'd be here in a few days, and then when I checked it the next day, they had a month from now. Probably not gonna work anyways. But I'm liking this little old tractor here. Anyway, let's get back over to the 140. So I'm gonna get these scratchers mounted on there. Here's a third one that I have. I'm gonna try to see if I can get 4 scratchers on there and see if it'll work out good with 4 scratchers. And I'm gonna get to work and just kind of hit the button and let you see where I'm at from time to time, and see how it goes. We've enjoyed the last 3 days of cool weather, and I've got a lot of work done. A lot of work bush hogging out in these woods, cutting grass. A lot of work I got done outside. But today, you know, it's 8:30 in the morning, It's humid and it's hot, so today's gonna be another scorcher. Don't think it's gonna reach 95, but I imagine we'll get into low 90s today anyways. Well, anyway, let me get busy and I'll touch base with you as I get a little more done. All right, guys, just a little snapshot of where I'm at on these scratchers. So I stuck it on the tractor over there, playing with it, trying to figure out how, I'm gonna mount it, how I'm gonna adjust it, such as that. And here's what I'm running into. Now, I like the way that one there's made. It's just, it's a pretty good design. They welded some flat bar under here, welded this bar under that, got the little adjustment bar right here. It really is a good little design. You just got to loosen off on these bolts and take that one out, and it could just twist back and forth, and you could drag it straight, or you throw it, throw it to the inside. I guess you even throw it to the outside if you wanted to. These other ones, they're not quite, well, they didn't put no bar underneath it, so you end up the plow wanting to do this and that and other. The adjuster just kind of locks it down. It's not set up to adjust it, so to speak. Most of this old stuff come off, I figure, come off some old mule drawn plow. In fact, here it is, a mule drawn plow that I kind of got with the stuff. Uses the same stuff, same things. As far as these little clevises and all up under here goes. I use this right here for adjustment. Pull this out and let that roll back, make it straight or make it pull forward. Yeah, I may take that apart and just use a few parts off of it. I picked it up just for the little scratchers. Now, one of these, and there's got all three scratchers the same size. This one had one that was a little longer, but it was the same type. And I thought, well, maybe I can get over here and, put a hole in a different place and get it to work out. And I can tell you right now, if you want to run a $20 blade, you try to cut one of these with it. Now, I didn't run the blade. I just tested it and seen how, tried to drill it, realized I couldn't drill it. It was too hard. Could fire the old torch up and blow a hole in it, I guess. I'm not going to do that today, or right now anyway. Well, all right, so what's my plan? Lord have mercy. Well, I'm going to build it kind of like that. I'm going to put it back on there. See what I can do about adjusting it. When I get everything like I want it, I'm gonna lay me some flat bar, something in there beside it. I'll have to take all this off, cleaned it up. You can't weld on that old rusty stuff. But anyways, once I get to that point, I'll lay some old flat bar here on each side, and I'll run me a bead down it. And that'll keep it from twisting. When you tighten it down, it'll just be where you want it. But anyways, I'm gonna keep piddling around with it, see if I can come up with something. Maybe I can make something work. It just has turned out to be quite a bit more aggravating than I anticipated. But that's all right too. We'll make it work out. It's just gonna take a little more time, a little more sweat. All right, let me get back to work, see if I can get this thing fastened up. All right, guys, here we are. Back at it again. And here's what we come up with. We just took that apart, got all the plows off of it. There's that one. Fixing to mount it on the other side. All right, let me show you what I ended up going with. I've got an extra plow, so I'll have 4 plows on that side and 4 plows on this side. Scratcher. whatever you want to call it. Oh, let me get down here on the ground. But I do got another scratcher right there I can put on it. All right. Now, this thing is adjustable anywhere I want it. And then I got a place right here where I can put a bolt. I can put it right there, I can put it right there, I can put it anywhere I want to, really. Just to kind of come up with whatever adjustment I want and lock it all down. Excuse me, I'm tired. I mean, I've been out this all morning. It's turned into a much bigger job than I anticipated. But I kind of knew I had everything here to make something work. All right, the next thing, I'm gonna do the other side the same way, just do the same setup. Some things that worked out pretty good. This come off, the one I disassembled over there. Got two of them. Right there's the other. This is 7 1/4. Bolt holes are on center 7 1/4. This is actually 7. This was turned around the other direction, and this is 6. So, well, that's just gonna be kind of odd. But when I realized they were real close to each other, I could flip it around, and it didn't make it look odd. If I would have put the 7 1/4 with 6 and 6 over here, you know, this side been further apart, it just looked kind of odd, and it'd been hard to line up. But this way, you can't really even tell it's 1/4 of an inch out of square. So that's gonna work out good for me. And I turned this whole thing around, stuck it out here where I have a kind of a holding fixture. That worked out good for me. But let me back up where you can see that thing a little bit. There you go. I'm doing all that talking, but see now, it's adjustable. So now I'm gonna have them. Now I don't know if I need scratchers, but hey, I figured it'd be nice to have. So I'm gonna assemble it, and I don't know if y'all follow me along and I pay attention, but you know, I got my cultivators on its own toolbar, and then I got my healers on a set of toolbars, and then I'm gonna have these scratchers on their own toolbar. So when I get ready to, you know, I take this off and I want to put my healers on, I must be taking that one big bolt loose, dropping the whole assembly down, putting healers on with the little short toolbars I got on those. Same thing with my scratchers, or my cultivators. One bolt's gonna swap them all around. And my thinking is once I ever get them adjusted, then I'm not putting them on and having to work a half a day to try to get something adjusted and working correctly. It's just gonna go on there and work fine. All right, let me get to work on the other side, get it set up. Now what I'm gonna end up doing here is I'll take this back off, these 2 bolts, and clean this bar up real good on both sides. And I'm gonna lay me a piece of flat bar in beside it. And I'm gonna run me a nice healthy bead down through there, and that'll keep it from, you know, of course it's loose now. And I can tighten it up, it'll take a whole lot of that out of it. But if I lay me a piece of flat bar or I don't know, there's several things I could use. I might get a piece of short key stock, something to lay in there beside it and run me a good healthy bead. Then I'm gonna have a good amount of support right there. I like they did over yonder. And I got to pay attention in it. They welded a plate under it, and they welded a plate under the front. Well, you can't take this off that bar over yonder. It's just on there for good unless you start cutting. But if I weld me a plate right here, then I can always slide it off the front if I need it to. And I think I'd be better off putting it right here. Anyways, that'd give a little more support. It's gonna turn out good. It's just taking me a while to figure out what I needed to do. All right, let me get busy. Get the other side done. And I'm honestly gonna tighten everything up and go drag it through the dirt and see how sturdy it is. And then, you know, I'll get them back in here and weld them up though. I need to do that. All right, thanks for watching. Let me get the other side done and we'll touch back base with you. Hello y'all. All right, here we are, 7 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've been out here all day. Started at 8:30. I didn't take a lunch break. Just been drinking some water and Gatorade and such as that. But here's where I am with these scratches. This worked out pretty good, I'm telling you. I was quitting an hour ago. And then I got thinking, well, what about this? What about that? This here had everything kind of out of alignment. It wouldn't move at all, so I finally got the blue wrench hold of it. Got it turned, got it squared up. And I actually used a piece of angle iron between the two inner bars to kind of just line them up with each other. And I even added another little center bar right here to tie them together. And then I had me stretch my string across these things, because these teeth are all different lengths. So I stretched my string across it, measured off the floor, and cut every one of the teeth off the same length. And I took it back out in the field, and I was real impressed at how smooth it left that field. It just done a great job. I believe it's going to be a nice little tool for me. Now I can still make the adjustment, you know, but it's just going to be a one piece. When I get ready to take this thing off, I'll let the lift down to the scratchers touch the floor, and I'll take this bolt loose, and I'll take that bolt loose on the other side. I'll move one side forward, move the other side forward, and I'll drag that whole entire assembly out from under there. So it really turned out quite well for me. I just can't complain at all. And so I'm gonna conclude this video right here. Get up the house, close these doors, get up the house, take a shower, find me something to eat. And I just want to appreciate everybody hanging with me through this day. It's been a tough one for me, but I've shortened this whole video up where it's maybe 20 minutes or so. But I sure did like the result of it. It's turned out real well. I could see myself taking the disc and this to a field and disking it, and then just letting this down and just smoothing it up just as smooth as you can. And so I'm real pleased with it. It's a good rake, and it's good for smoothing. And then I don't know how it would work for us, just, you know, adjusting it to where it's rolling dirt to the inside. I'll play with it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna quit looking at the camera. I'm not in it anymore. I'll play with it some and see how it does, or it's just rolling dirt. I got healers for that. I got the cultivators. So I don't know, but anyways, I can see this is going to be a nice little tool to have. Thanks for watching. We'll get this updated and, excuse me, uploaded. I'm so tired, I can't even think. And we just added another tool to the Farmall tool shed. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.